Hey everybody, back with more Jedi Outcast. Joining me once again is my buddy Kira.
Hello, world.
How you doing, Kira?
Making awful choices.
Yeah, it's life, isn't it?
Trying to get my weekly challenges done in Halo.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't play stuff like that. Like, even doing weeklies back in FF14 was like, there's a lot of repetition there.
God, I guess servers are super congested, what with this pre-release of the new expansion.
Mm.
Everyone's just shocked. I'm sorry. It's just not a common thing at this point.
It's been like that since Heaven's Ward.
I don't know why people are so all up in arms. What do you people expect is gonna happen?
I think the difference now is like between Shadow Blood and Endwalker coming out, wasn't it like the big exodus from World of Warcraft to FF14?
Yeah, something like that.
Now there's even more players, and other players are angry that the game they love is popular.
Yeah, so it's like, oh no, it's so overloaded at this point. Yeah, there's infinitely more people than there has been.
I loved Final Fantasy 14, but I cannot go back to it.
I've tried, and every time I do, I open up my inventory, see it's a mess, realize my retainers aren't organized, and it's just too much for me, and I don't do it.
Too much has changed because I left during Heaven's Word. Do you remember?
Yep.
There's like 2 expansions later, but 3 now, isn't it? Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. So it's 3 now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This is like the first expansion I didn't buy, and I don't know if I plan to.
I've said before, like the ongoing thing of it, just because it's a paid subscription thing. While I'm paying for it, I should be playing it. Because if I'm not, that's just wasted money.
The thing I realized was I was subbing at one point just to keep my house, and I realized I'm literally wasting money every month to not play.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
It's like the thing I do when I play 76, Fallout 76, and yeah, I know that game. They have their Fallout First subscription, um, which I'll pay for it so long as I'm playing it. Not like I'll stop when I'm not because it is useful for me.
Hmm.
Like you stop paying for your sub in 14 and then you lose your house. So
It still crazes me that the housing crisis was as big a thing as it was in FF14.
I think it still is a big thing.
It's like, why do you people care so much about a fictional house? There's other stuff to do in the game.
Yeah, that's the real question. I guess I can understand the idea of, oh, that's kind of nice to have a house decorate you want out front and everyone can see it.
Yeah, the idea is nice, but like, to go so crazy over it. That's my real question.
I guess the craziness comes from the idea, though, that it kind of does suck that there isn't nearly enough for the amount of people, and there never really could be.
Nah. FF14 is just too popular. Like, you gotta give it props for that. Like, it is like the only subscription-based MMO that is still pulling in new players like that. It's like you got the thing of World
Yeah,
of Warcraft that's been bleeding players for years now.
and now people finally had reasons to step away.
Oh, there is the moral. Oh shit. There's the moral reasons now.
Yeah.
I mean, there were the moral reasons before.
No, there's big moral reasons.
Yeah. Okay, are you kidding me? Have I locked myself in a loop with this?
Wait, what did you do?
I saved just as the elevator was coming down, but I was stood
Oh,
too far in the door, so the elevator comes down on my head and crushes me.
That sucks.
No, I managed to like hold him backwards during the loading screen, so as soon as I'd start, I'd be moving backwards. Like, managed to get me through it.
I remember checkpoints like that, like playing through the COD campaign, where like you would get a checkpoint like right as you're about to die. It would just keep reloading and just death, death, death.
Oh, you should have seen the Halo playthrough that I did with Clem. We ended up both getting stuck on a platform where we couldn't get across to anywhere else. And the game autosaved there, so we had to restart the level. It was the second time we had to restart that level as well, because when we first started it, it had some kind of weird glitch where stuff wasn't loading properly. That was a good playthrough though. We were going to do Halo 2, but for some reason the online co-op on Halo 2 is a mess and has been a known problem for a long time. Halo 3 was fine.
Campaign wise, it's kind of a disorganized mess in the Master Chief Collection. Like going through the campaigns, it saving checkpoints or it not. You can't just like stop mid level and be like, alright, I'm gonna take a break. It's like do the level or redo it.
Yeah. I don't know, going through Halo 1 again, like, it was a lot of fun. And I was mentioning this yesterday during the stream of, like, shooters then versus now. Like, yeah, Halo popularized the whole thing of 2-weapon limits, but it wasn't a bad idea in Halo. It was just a bad idea when everything copied it without understanding why it worked. Okay, I just killed myself again.
I like how your head is strong enough to stop the elevator for a brief second.
Just for a second, though.
The elevator recognizes who you are, and then just realizes it's an elevator and doesn't care.
An elevator can lift a hammer, it doesn't make the elevator worthy. Are you going to go and see Spider-Man 3? This time it's personal.
Wait, what?
Spider-Man 3, this time it's personal.
Did I miss something? I thought it was, what, No Way Home or whatever.
Yeah, but like, you should know by now, I give sequels funny names.
Sure.
Funny in air quotes.
Probably not, because I haven't seen the first two.
But this one's bringing back Willem Dafoe. You know, your favourite actor.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome, because I realized that the guy playing Doc Ock was the one from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
I was like, oh, that's neat. And then this whole thing is a play on the Raimi universe now. Like, it's its own universe. And I was like, that's really cool. But, like, I haven't watched the others, so I guess probably not.
Probably not a big deal. They've got Sandman in there, but like they've only shown CG Sandman, so there's no idea if they're bringing Thomas Hayden Church back to play him. Which they should.
Also looked like they had the other Green Goblin in there too from the trailers.
New Goblin, James Franco?
Yeah.
I don't know, I've not actually seen him in any of the trailer stuff. I'll be honest, like, if you're gonna leave James Franco out of this movie, I'm okay with that.
I mean, it was one of the worst parts of Spider-Man 3. Among everything, that was the worst part.
Spider-Man 3 has good ideas. Like,
yeah,
it's cluttered is one of the big problems with it. But one thing I do love is the whole thing of, like, Harry Osborn's like, I'm gonna kill you, Peter Parker, and every time he tries, he gets his ass handed to him. Because, you know, Spider-Man's been doing this for a while.
He also can't fight Peter Parker on emo jeans.
I love the whole thing of, like, at the end of that movie when Peter's gotten rid of the black suit and he goes to Harry for help. And it's like, you did this to my face. Like, bitch, you threw that grenade at me. You're supposed to... You want him to feel guilty because he threw the grenade you threw at him back at you? There's a turret out there somewhere. I always hate having no shields in this game, because you burn through your health so quickly.
I thought your health said you just had 7 health for a second. I was like, jeez.
007 health. God, that's something I've been wanting to do for ages. Just like a playthrough of the Bond, all the Bond games that I played growing up.
I've been thinking about those recently and how, like, I just feel like that's a game genre, or I guess it's a game franchise that cannot do it today.
Well, part of the issue with that is once Activision got a hold of them, they were just putting Call of Duty developers on it to make Call of Duty. And you can see that with the first game they did, Quantum of Solace. It basically became just Call of Duty. It got worse later on with stuff like GoldenEye Reloaded was just outright Call of Duty. But it's the game they were being put to make. Like, for all the shit EA has, back when they were making Bond games, they at least put some interest and effort into it. Oh, that's a point, actually. This is a new level. What's my new force power? Mind Trick level 2. Grip level 2.
Hey.
So I'm going to kill all of these guys but one. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. So I killed all those guys instead of all but one. Yeah, like, that was really my thought, because I never played the Activision ones. The last one the last one I finished was From Russia with Love, which was the last EA one. And I didn't think that was great, honestly. Oh yeah, it's not until grip level 3 that you can move them around.
Last Bond game I ever played was Everything or Nothing.
It's a good game. I really got to give EA credit for that. The production value they put into that game was ridiculous.
That was its own story too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. EA, the movie games EA did with Tomorrow Never Dies and The World Is Not Enough, and then after that, they were all original stories until From Russia with Love.
Oh, okay.
The Agent Fire's original, Nightfire's original, and Everything and Nothing is original.
Everything or Nothing was great, and it had so many cool unlockables.
And there was the whole thing, like, they actually went out, not just getting the likeness of Pierce Brosnan, which they'd done in the previous one. Hey, I see. How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Like, Nightfire got Pierce Brosnan's likeness. But then with Everything or Nothing, they got Pierce Brosnan's likeness and voice, and Judi Dench, and John Cleese, but... You know, I'm gonna not really make a big deal out of John Cleese, because John Cleese was there... Whenever they asked him, he was putting his stuff in there. I really feel like John Cleese just doesn't give a shit as long as he's being paid. That's the thing, like, The World Is Not Enough game on PS1, the only actor who's playing the same role as he did in the movie is John Cleese. Like, that's it, John Cleese is there for some reason. I'm glad you're doing okay, I see. I'm doing alright. Playing Star Wars. Who else did they get? Willem Dafoe was in it, like...
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe played the villain in Everything or Nothing.
I'm drawing a blank. I guess it's been so long.
To be fair, they don't really let him do much Willem Dafoe stuff, because this game, it follows almost entirely just Bond. So you never see Willem Dafoe do anything, unless Bond is there.
But who could forget, while we're talking about Bond games, the best Bond game of them all?
Ah, yes, the GBA version of Nightfire.
I was gonna say GoldenEye Double Agent. Yeah, that James Bond game with the really awful plot.
One thing that always bothered me about that plot is like the whole thing is Dr. No has seceded, has broken away from Spectre, which I think they call an octopus in that game because they didn't have the rights to Spectre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Like until the Spectre movie, which they got to do because they finally got the rights from Kevin McClory's estate, is legal wrangling bullshit. Doesn't really matter. Like, oh, Dr. No has broken away to do his own thing and is now fighting Spectre, what is basically Spectre. And you are hired by Auric Goldfinger, who is part of Spectre. And that was always one of the dumbest things to me, because of all the Connery villains, Goldfinger was the only one that wasn't in Spectre. So why not just have Goldfinger against Spectre?
The thing that bothered me most about that whole game was the, oh no, you killed James Bond in a simulation. You're evil.
You killed James Bond because you were tired of his quips.
It was like, you don't even kill him too, if I recall. Like, he just kind of falls to his death and you can't do anything about it. And they're like, nah, you killed him.
You can shoot him, which I think makes him fall faster, but he'll fall on his own anyway.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can shoot him. It was the first thing I did when I first played it.
You were like, oh man, I get to be a villain? Alright,
Yeah.
better be villainous.
I don't play villains much anymore. My conscience is usually like, nah, be a good guy. And then there are so few games where it's satisfying to be a villain anyway. It's like, look at every Star Wars game that lets you be good or evil, and how evil is always so unsatisfying and shit. It's like, why though?
I remember being like excited for that game because I guess like in my mind I thought it was going to be more like GoldenEye.
I was also excited for it. I asked for 2 games for GameCube for Christmas that year. Spider-Man 2 and GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Like, think about that.
You know, being called a rogue agent, you wouldn't even necessarily think, oh, I'm going to be like on the evil side. But you could just be an MI6 agent who literally does as you want.
Yeah. Well, then isn't that just an MI6 agent with the license to kill?
Yes.
It's like, hey, you have a license to kill that is apparently internationally recognized.
How come we never got a proper Austin Powers game?
Because you couldn't really do that kind of thing. I think the best you could get out of that would be something like a Telltale game. But at that point, you might as well just make a new Austin Powers movie.
Yeah. Remember that thing where, like, what was it, some director or something blamed Austin Powers for killing the spy genre or something?
I don't know if it was a director or something. I remember Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery came out. I think that was between GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies. And really pointed out just how dumb a lot of the stuff the Bond movies were doing was. And then Tomorrow Never Dies comes out and he's doing all the shit that Austin Powers made fun of. But he's doing it seriously. Yay.
I just remember reading something about, like, someone James Bond related blamed Austin Powers for ruining the genre, and I just thought it was stupid. Like, it's like blaming Weird Al Yankovic for ruining Gangster's Paradise. Like,
But he made it better.
You're right. I can relate to being Amish.
I cannot relate to being a young black boy growing up in the ghettos of probably LA. It's usually LA, isn't it?
LA, Detroit,
I can't relate to that, but I can definitely relate to being an Amish man. Looking forward to churning my butter. A local boy kicked me in the butt last week. I just smiled at him and I turned the other cheek.
I relate to that one the most. Gets me right in the heart every time I hear that line.
Really don't care. In fact, I wish him well, because I've been laughing my head off when he's burning in hell.
But it's just like that. Like, it's like you're just mad because, like, you can't overcome that hurdle.
Well, it was the thing, like, it's not like they didn't try. You can blame Austin Powers for everything, but Bond kept on doing that shit anyway, and it got to its worst point with Die Another Day. And I would argue something like the Bourne Identity killed James Bond, like that idea of James Bond, more than Austin Powers did.
I will say, though, the Die Another Day theme is pretty booping.
I know a lot of people hate it, and I've always been like, it's dumb, but I don't really have a problem with it.
Oh, sure. I've always liked it. Yeah, out of all the like James Bond themes, I've always was like, oh, that's a really good one.
It's definitely not the one I like the least. Like, I don't really have any issue with it.
Isn't that done by Madonna?
Yep. I feel like that's a big part of the reason why people have an issue with it.
I was gonna say, and then she did a theme for Austin Powers, I think, or a song in Austin Powers.
No, you're thinking Britney Spears.
Am I?
Yeah, Britney Spears. She appears in the opening of Goldmember.
No,
and then Austin Powers appears in the music video for that song.
Oh yeah. What was the song? I can't think of it now.
Boys.
No, the Madonna song I'm specifically.
Oh, I have no idea. I think you're thinking of Britney Spears.
No, I do remember that.
Yeah, I mean, James Bond's had some booping theme songs over the years. I think they've probably, like, undeniably gotten worse.
Did Everything or Nothing have its own theme?
Yeah, sung by Maya, who is best known to me for being, like, one of the singers in the Moulin Rouge song.
Oh, okay. I just remember the bike levels of Everything or Nothing. Like, those were fun.
Good stuff. Like I say, I want to go through the series at some point, especially like get to the ones that I never really played.
I remember like Age Under Fire, like Nightfire, maybe just playing multiplayer on that with friends.
Nightfire probably had like the best multiplayer in the series. People are always like, "Oh, but GoldenEye is like Nightfire played better." It had more interesting levels, more interesting level design in the multiplayer levels. I will say though, one thing I did really love in Agent Under Fire was turning the Q claw on. You could just Spider-Man your way throughout the multiplayer levels.
I remember that. I remember there was the cool train. No, not Agent Under Fire. I'm thinking of Everything or Nothing.
The door has me. Help me, stormtroopers.
Also, it'd be neat to go back to GoldenEye and all those people who are like, "Oh no, GoldenEye is better than Call of Duty," and just be like, "Yeah, no."
Gameplay-wise, no. GoldenEye has aged undeniably. Design-wise, yeah, I'd say GoldenEye is probably better.
Oh, probably. I mean, I guess, like, mission structure and all that's a lot better. But yeah, gameplay aged like kernel milk. It's not good.
Like I said, I think that's mostly a control issue. You can set GoldenEye up to play... If you get an emulator set up, you can set it up on PC to play with mouse and keyboard. And it plays fantastically. I really want to try out the XBLA remake that was leaked earlier this year. That was earlier this year, wasn't it? Such a long fucking year.
Wait, there's XBLA. Oh, no, wait. Didn't the XBLA remake come out, like, years ago, though?
No, it never actually came out. It was leaked earlier this year. And if you have a modded 360 or use Xenia, the Xbox 360 emulator, you can play it.
Oh, alright.
It's the full game. It was completely done, completely remade. Like the Perfect Dark remake. All done, set up, ready to go with that. And legal issues prevented it from actually being properly released. The story I've heard blames Nintendo, but I've heard other stories as well that blame other parties. And they couldn't come up with solution that suited everybody.
Did you ever play, speaking of Perfect Dark, the 2006 Perfect Dark game, Zero?
I've never really properly played Perfect Dark, honestly. I've messed around with it. I never played it until I got my Xbox One and got Rare Replay. And I played a couple of levels of it.
Perfect Dark Zero actually wasn't bad.
As I've never properly played it. That'd be something I'd want to do, like the History of Stylish Action series that I would really need to get back to. Where I was going through stuff like Devil May Cry into Metal Gear Rising and Bayonetta and shit like that. The history of maybe first-person shooters in that regard on console. Specifically console first-person shooters. Because otherwise, like, you got to start with like Wolfenstein. You know what? I'll be dead in the ground before I finish Wolfenstein 3D. It's not as bad, it's that it's like 60 levels of the same thing over and over. Which was fine in like 92, but not anymore.
I want to play through, there was that Wolfenstein game that came out on the 360. I don't know if it was on PS3 also.
Yeah, it's on PS3. It's developed by Raven Software, who developed this. Yeah, that thing that we talk about Civ 11 is like that thing of like, yeah, Wolfenstein 2009 game looking a whole lot better after New Colossus, ain't it? It's like, you know what? I didn't finish New Colossus. I enjoyed the New Order. Didn't finish New Colossus. I played the first level and I was like, yeah, you know, I don't really need this. I didn't even get to the stuff that people hate. The New Colossus came with my Xbox One.
Oh, did it?
I got 2 games with this system: Forza Motorsport 7 and New Colossus.
Yeah, Far Cry 4 on my PS4. I think I put an hour into it, and that was it.
I have Far Cry 4, but I've also put like an hour into it.
And I was just like, I don't really feel like playing 3 again.
I don't know, I've been in the mood lately that like I could go back to do 3, but I don't want to do 3 again. So like, yeah, doing 4 sounds appealing. Especially after 5. The amount of time, like, Far Cry 5 story is absolute bullshit. They capture you a minimum of 9 times in that game and refuse to kill you. It's fucking
just
dumb.
Special. Come on. It's dumb as the ending.
Everything about that game's dumb on overall. And Ubisoft's there pulling the usual bullshit of it's not political, we swear.
Right.
The worst of that was The Division 2. Like, the trailer comes out for it, like, you know, take back the capital and shit like that. It's not political, we swear. And then the January 6th shit happened, and they were kind of like, let's just stop talking about this.
I didn't even think about that.
This is a big empty room.
There was that thing about
Oh, shit.
when Wolfenstein coming out, and they were just like, fuck Nazis.
The fact that fuck Nazis was controversial was fucking ridiculous.
I mean, are you shocked with today?
That's the thing though, it wasn't today. Today I wouldn't be shocked.
When he said it, I wasn't shocked that, like, people are gonna get mad about that. This is how stupid everyone in the world is.
Boy, I'm glad that thing got stuck on the wall.
Did I not get this far? What the hell was that thing?
It's a weird like mini walker that shows up like maybe 4 times in the entire game. I think you might end up fighting more ATSTs than those things.
I'm trying to like remember where I left off, and like levels are just jumbled in my head. I want to say one of the last levels I did was like when you're in that canyon and there's all the ATs or whatever.
Yeah, the ATSTs. That's Artis topside.
I want to say I think I recall that's where I left off.
That's before you even get the lightsaber.
Wait, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, then I had the lightsaber.
You might be thinking of one of the levels on Yavin then. Because, like, going through the swamps and then I think there's a canyon section in the swamp before you get to the Jedi Temple. Bitch. Oh yeah, something you might not know, because you've not actually watched the streams long enough. I will call enemies bitch. It used to be, like, I'll do that more often now, but when I started doing that, that was when I would be up against a particularly difficult boss. When I'd finally killed him, I'd just call them a bitch. So, like, every boss in Ninja Gaiden Black was a bitch.
Just thinking of the YouTube poop from King of the Hill. King of the Hill, like, that's a bitch.
That's my lightsaber. Lightning, which I only have level 1 of.
Twin blade saber.
That's not until Jedi Academy. I used to do double bladed in that game, but these days I tend to go with dual sabers. I feel like it's how I would actually use the lightsabers if I was a Jedi. Focus on one, but have a second one just in case.
Did you see that animated Star Wars thing that just came out recently? I forgot what it's called. There's like that episode though with the not samurai Jedi guy.
No.
He has a lightsaber that he actually has a sheath for, and it's always on. So he has to sheath it. And he draws it like a katana, this and that. Like, the actual reason for why he does it is because his lightsaber is broken, so it's always on. But it's like one of those things where it's like...
Build a new
concept... Wait, what?
Like, build a new one. Get a replacement, goddamn.
But it's like one of those things where, like, you see it and you look at it and you're like, this is, like, cringy, like, weeby as hell. But it has an actual reason behind it, so you're like, okay, well, I respect it that much more.
Well, it's the thing of, Star Wars was always calling back to that kind of design anyway. The samurai movies. Darth Vader's helmet is very much a samurai helmet. And Akira Kurosawa's works were very inspirational in the creation of the original Star Wars. Every now and then I think, like, you know, it'd be pretty cool to go to film school. Probably something I'd enjoy.
That'd be interesting.
The thing is, like, I like that kind of thing anyway, and actually getting some teaching on critical analysis would be really good for me.
Those look like some kind of assault ships, and they seem to be packed.
Just watch Red Letter Media and learn from them.
The problem with Red Letter Media is, like, a lot of it's not meant to be serious stuff. Like the Mr. Plinkett reviews which people take as like the definitive criticism of the prequels, but they're really not supposed to be. He has points, but it's a comedy thing more than anything else. And that takes us back to like the whole skits thing of Channel Awesome and stuff. Mr. Plinkett reviews are fun, but like I could do with less of the whole thing of him tying up prostitutes in his basement.
God.
It does bring up, though, the Mr. Plinkett reviews, I think, has the best description, the best simple dismantlement of the dismissal of criticism for Episode 1, that it's supposed to be for kids. The crux of the plot is about a protest over the taxation of trade routes. It's for kids.
Don't understand, I swear.
I keep forgetting that the rolling stab isn't in this game, it's Jedi Academy that they added it for.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, if you roll and attack with your lightsaber, you'll do a stab in Jedi Academy.
That's dope.
It's pretty good stuff. Like, Jedi Academy really expands it. People will argue that this is the better game with the definitive lightsaber combat. I would argue Jedi Academy has the better combat just because they expanded it a little more. It's just this game probably has the better level design. And with it being a single coherent story rather than like the sets of missions to go through, I think that works better overall. I feel like there was a fan project at some point to make Jedi Outcast playable in Jedi Academy. I don't remember what happened to that. It was like, that's a good idea. It'd be like the thing of like putting Arkham Asylum into Arkham City's engine. Like, I'd be down for that. One of the hardest things to do about going back to Arkham Asylum after playing City.
I feel like I've never been able to go to Asylum just because I liked the whole open city setting more than what Asylum is.
Well, Asylum's linearity isn't a bad thing. And like, I've seen plenty of arguments that City's more open design is a detriment. And I can understand that even while I prefer City. But I largely prefer City just because it plays better. The gameplay is refined and improved. It's the same thing of like gameplay-wise, I think Night is the best. For all the problems Night had of like overforcing the Batmobile and stuff like that, the gameplay was smoother than ever.
And the really, really, really bad Deathstroke fight?
What Deathstroke fight?
Exactly.
Gentlemen.
I thought you picked up a lightsaber off that rack. I was like, oh, they just do that?
They just have them lying around.
They're there for who needs them, but stormtroopers aren't allowed to touch them.
I don't like the whole thing of stormtroopers holding lightsabers. Whenever you see it in anything, it always just feels wrong.
Maybe that's how you're supposed to feel, Chrono.
Hmm. Go. Bitch. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I did great taking down those two Reborn that quick. They just brought out an ATST. It's like, why do you need these Force-enabled soldiers when you can just bring out ATSTs and shit? It's like, hey, did you consider whether or not guys with swords would be better than big guns?
Surely one Jedi can survive a room full of 4 ATSTs.
You say that.
But then there's Kyle Katarn.
This kind of thing is exactly why when I'm playing Jedi Academy, they let you choose what non-core force powers to level up. The first thing I always level up is I put heal to max.
That heal is so useful though.
All I do is heal and then protection. And then possibly absorb.
Chrono, why have we never gotten another Billy Hatcher game?
Because Billy Hatcher wasn't that good.
I feel like you just don't believe.
Because Sega doesn't care about anything that isn't Sonic. Here's the thing, like, you talk about like why hasn't there been a Sonic Adventure port on current gen consoles? It's like, what about all the other stuff that Sega never bothered to port anywhere? Like Skies of Arcadia or most of the Panzer Dragoon series.
Well, you see, that gets to die with what, GameCube?
Sega barely cares about Sonic. Well, they care about Sonic enough to whore him out, they just don't care enough to make a good game. I mean, I've said this for a while now, like, Sonic Team is clearly incompetent. The best Sonic game in years was a game made by people who aren't on Sonic Team.
We're talking about Mania.
Oh yeah, it's like, hey, here's the what's basically a fan game with money behind it, and then here's the big official Sonic game for his 25th anniversary, I think it was.
You know what's even worse though? How can they how bad do they have to be to fuck up a simple concept that should have been executed flawlessly, like making your OC?
The big problem behind that is, like, the game just isn't fun. It takes itself so seriously and tries to be so dark. But, like, unlike Adventure 2, it doesn't have the balls to actually stick with any of that. Yeah, no, I was kind of interested in Sonic Forces until I played it.
I didn't play it.
You didn't play it. You're the big Sonic fan.
I was for it, and then I found out you could beat the campaign in like 2 hours, and I was just like, that's not even worth any of my money.
That's the thing, I said before about this. I've said before about Sonic Forces campaign. I died so many times playing that, and I still finished the game in about 3 hours.
There's that, I guess some Twitch player on stream beat it and refunded it immediately because it was within the time frame.
Yeah, because Valve's like 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, like 2.
It's entirely doable, isn't it? The only reason I actually own it now is because it was on PlayStation Plus a few years back. Earlier this year. It was on PlayStation Plus at some point.
I thought about getting it on my Switch, just for the novelty.
No, if you're gonna get it on something that'll go for almost nothing on.
Yeah, true.
Like, if you're gonna pay for any Sonic games on Switch, Mania and the Sonic 1 and 2 on the Sega Rangers collection.
I wanted to get Mania just because it has that cool reversible cover that makes it look like a Genesis game.
Yeah, it's a Mega Drive for us over here, which I appreciate. Like they did the regional differentiation. I like the blue of Mega Drive over the red of Genesis. The same way of like I prefer the blue of European Dreamcast to the red of American Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, the swirl, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that was the thing.
That's the thing. Like I've seen the swirl be blue often enough since getting my own Dreamcast that whenever I see anybody else play it, it's usually an American. And it's like, no, that's not right. It should be blue. Well, Sonic 1 is... You can argue the same with pretty much any first game in a platformer series. The original Super Mario Brothers, Crash 1, Spyro 1. They can be decent foundations, but the sequels, done right, always massively improve on it. Sonic 2 is a big step up from Sonic 1. Mario Brothers 3 is a big step up from Mario 1. Crash 2, Spyro 2. Sly 2 is a big step up from Sly 1. That kind of thing.
You know, it isn't a big step up.
Is what now?
You know, it isn't a big step up.
What's that?
Sonic 4.
I think it's kind of a shame of like the way Sega just then proceeded to ignore a lot of stuff that wasn't Sonic. Like how they had Alex Kidd, and then they just completely dropped Alex Kidd after Sonic came out. It's like, yeah, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle was shit, but like, you could have tried again. How many Sonic games have been shit and you've not stopped trying with them? I mean, we talk about like going back to older games for the design, but like if you go really far back into like the Master System, take a look at something like Alex Kidd in Miracle World. That game is fucking weird. Like the platformer design in that is crazy. What are you saying, Kira?
That's I was more so like replying to Icy in chat, but like Sonic 4. Or well, no, you were the one who told me like the second episode was a lot better than the first.
It plays better, yeah.
So I tried
Still not
playing
great.
with that in mind, and yeah, I can't do it. This is one of those things where like levels are miserable. I was dying to a lot of stuff that like felt very unfair. Just, it was bad. This is like how I felt about Sonic Generations on the 3DS because that was so bad.
That Generations on 3DS felt so lazy.
There was like a level I just couldn't beat, and like I don't know what it was. Like it was just that hard. Like I know I'm bad at platformers, but I did not have fun with it on the 3DS, which sucks because I was really expecting it to just be normal Generations, but it was bad.
Yeah, that goes too fast, definitely. Fortunately, we just got 4 speed level 3. There's good work there, Reborn. Is this the stealth level?
Every level is a stealth level if you try hard enough.
Oh no, like there's one level in Jedi Outcast that's like, don't get caught. If somebody sees you and raises the alarm, game over. It's like, yeah, no, Jedi Outcast's a fantastic game. It's still a game from 2002, though. At least Force heals faster now. Churn thy butter. I don't even know what happened there. You guys really need to stop trying to fight me in somewhere like this.
Quick, fight him in a near corridor. It surely will work in our favor.
That's the second guy I pushed into the path of deadly laser beams. And maybe stop fighting me in these deadly laser beam corridors. My point still stands.
Oh. Dude, that laser beam demon hate you. That is a fucking hitbox and a half if I've
I
ever
loaded
seen
the
one.
wrong save game.
Oh, that's upsetting.
There we go.
That laser though, that Jesus. What's the hitbox?
I think the hitbox is like the entire corridor.
Yeah, I love when they do things like that.
Alright, let's try that again. Right. Save the game here.
Man, this area looks miserable.
It's not too bad. It's not the worst we've been through.
Damn, look at that speed effect. You can tell you're going fast because of your ghost tracing.
Every now and then, I've been able to pull off some kind of weird glitch where you have speed but without the blur effect. No, you know what that was? That was Knights of the Republic. Because the blur effect on the speed in that was sickening. Like, it made me nauseous.
You know what makes me feel sick for no reason? It's the dumbest thing.
What's that?
The Mystic Ruins soundtrack.
I went too early in that.
What's up?
Yeah, I went too early into that. Mystic Ruins, Sonic Adventure 1?
Yeah. I don't know why. It just always gives me a headache.
I used to have the issue of getting headaches from... in Super Mario World, after you finish Special World, the entire world turns to autumn. And so most of the map turns orange, and that used to give me, like, guaranteed headaches.
Maybe because it's too bright, or...
Possibly. It's kind of a, like, garish orange. I've been back to that game in like over the years though, and it doesn't do it anymore.
Your brain got better.
I guess. So I've 100%ed Super Mario World numerous times on stream. I even 100%ed it on somebody else's stream. Because Teak was playing it for his stream. He was like, "Hey, Chrono, you want to jump in this? I'll do it on Switch online and we can play co-op together." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then we 100%ed it.
Gotta do Mario Odyssey.
I've only played Mario Odyssey once.
Me too, but lately I've been wanting to replay it.
It's a fun game. Fun game.
It is. I haven't had that much fun with a Mario game since Sunshine.
I liked how the design harkened back to 64 of like the open world ideas with like multiple things you can find in there. The old school collectathon idea, which was what I always wanted from a Mario game. But Sunshine was more linear, and then like Galaxy became even more linear. And then 3D Land and 3D World were just 2D games with 3D layouts, really.
Which is the one that introduced the cat? That's 3D World, right?
Yeah, it was 3D World.
I'm not big on that one. I honestly find it boring.
The only fun I've had with it is playing it with a friend.
Even co-op, I played it with my girlfriend. It's boring.
Well, for me, it was more about who I was playing it with rather than anything else. I was having fun just playing it. I was having fun spending the time with someone.
I played New Super Mario Brothers on the Wii U with a friend. And I had more fun on that.
That balls the fuck out of me.
So we just kept picking each other up and whipping each other into pits. That one was funny.
No, New Super Mario Brothers balls the fuck out of me. That took probably longer than it should have. Yeah, I don't know, like... I remember playing through 3D Land on 3DS, and that was really dull to me. It wasn't until, like, World 6 where I started having fun with it.
Look, I'm at the end of 3D Land World.
What was it?
Yes. I think I'm at the end of like 3D World or whatever, and just have not picked it up since.
Yeah. I've not played it in a while. As I only ended up getting it to play the online with a friend.
Don't let him get away.
Otherwise, like, I've got 3D World on Wii U, and I just didn't. I didn't play much of it there. It was more about spending the time with somebody than it was actually playing the game. There's a quote you might like there, Kira.
It's never not fun.
You know me. Like I'll give a game props even if I don't like it. I don't like a lot of what Code Veronica does, but I'll praise it for the things it does right.
The really cheesiness.
Well, Resident Evil was always kind of like that. Code Veronica just really leans into it. Not entirely sure if that's intentional, but like, I think it works. But Code Veronica's story was like the only time ever where I was interested in seeing what was going to happen next. It's a ridiculous story, full of like crazy characters, but it was a story that kept me engrossed to the end. Like the twist that Alfred had been dressing up as Alexia. Like, that shit was a big twist.
I like it just because, you have Chris, Claire, they reunite, Wesker's in it.
Oh, the Chris and Claire reunite in like the reunion didn't really catch my interest. The Wesker return though, that was another case of like Wesker's back. We're talking like at this point like 2002. So Resident Evil Code Veronica X was the most engrossing Resident Evil story to me when I was 10, and nothing else in the series has caught me the same way.
There's the cool Wesker Chris fight at the end too. Where you get to see Wesker's kitty eyes.
Oh yes, Albert Wesker. Oh yeah, it all makes sense, but like Code Veronica's crazy. Code Veronica does have very questionable design choices in specific areas though. That moth corridor is absolutely fucking awful.
Who could forget the best puzzle where you put crystal ball under squishy plate that can also squish you?
Ah, boy. Like, the soundtrack, though, for Code Veronica is fantastic as well. Arguably the best in the series. I went to Video Games Live, and, like, they played a bunch of stuff. Because it was on November 1st. They were like, Video Games Live, Halloween special. And they opened with Castlevania. I was fucking hyped for that. But they played one song from Resident Evil, and it was, I think it was RE5's main theme. It was something from 5, but I was so disappointed it wasn't something from Code Veronica.
Code Veronica is one of the best renditions of the save room theme.
Like I say, Code Veronica's soundtrack in general is just like possibly the best in the series. I don't like the game, but like I say, I'll give props to what works.
Also, you start out with one of the coolest handguns in the series. The M93R. So I'm going to address the elephant in the room with Alec, or Alfred and Alexa. You think they had a thing? They were that close?
No, I can't imagine either of them being sexual creatures.
No, I feel like Alfred was more like that dog that humps your leg, and Alexa was just like, get the fuck off me.
Pretty much. Although I feel like Alexia wasn't against Alfred. It's one of the things I don't like that Dark Side Chronicles did. Like, Alexia wakes up and then immediately kills Alfred, and I didn't like that. That felt wrong.
I remember, but I did not like Dark Side Chronicles. It took what was good about Umbrella Chronicles and just fucking destroyed it.
I did a playthrough of Dark Side Chronicles last year or the year before, and I did most of it in one sitting. I played it until the end of Code Veronica, because let's be fair, who cares about Operation Javier?
It's only neat because you get to see what you only hear about in 4, but who cares?
But yeah, I play through that, and it's fun going back to RE2 in that design. And I really like that they kept the original layout of the police station, so that kind of hits a nostalgic bone for me. The constant moving of the camera so you can't properly target zombies or just any monsters is frustrating as fuck.
It's like the things I hated were like
The bosses.
I would say the weapon variety, where Umbrella Chronicles had tons of weapons. Dark Side Chronicles was like, alright, here's 4. And if you played multiplayer, you guys shared the ammo for the guns, which was really stupid.
If I had a second Wiimote, I would have done it co-op solo. I love doing that with stuff like House of the Dead.
Fucking love House of the Dead.
That's so fucking good. It's the only reason I have a PlayStation Move, which I got before PSVR came out and the price for them jumped up. So I got the controller, the navigation controller, and the camera for like £8.
Over the summer, my friend has bachelor party that we threw him. We went to one of those arcade bars, and they had House of the Dead there. And that was the first time in my life I realized I ever played House of the Dead 1, and we beat it.
God damn, the first game.
Oh man, you know what the worst thing is? It made me realize how the real boss in House of the Dead is how much endurance your trigger finger has. We walked away from that exhausted.
You want exhaustion in a light gun game? Like I said, I did Darkside Chronicles last year until the end of Code Veronica. That was one scene. And let me tell you, like, the Wii remote is not meant to be held for like 6.5 hours. But god, that Alexia fight in Code... the Alexia fight in Code Veronica is awful because of... They wanted to show off the gimmick of first-person aiming and it's fucking terrible. They made it worse in Darkside Chronicles.
You know what would be a better thing you should do that involves a light gun, Krana?
Time Crisis.
You should stream Dead Aim.
I don't even have the gun controllers anymore for that, unfortunately. I used to. They got thrown out a few years back.
I still have mine, surprisingly.
I also don't have a TV that will register them.
Ah, that sucks. I always wanted to get the light gun for the Dreamcast.
I want the Dreamcast keyboard.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I want. I'm down to do like a whole stream of Typing of the Dead.
They did put Typing of the Dead on Steam. You do it that way too.
I can't stream over PC at the minute.
Alright.
I have Typing of the Dead Overkill on Steam. The weirdest thing, it will not run on my graphics card. It will only run on my integrated Intel graphics.
That's weird. You ever tried looking up effects?
No, I didn't care that much.
That's fair.
Well, you say you had plenty ammo for it, but I remember by that point in Darkside Chronicles, I was struggling for a lot of stuff. Like, I had like no health or anything. And she moves around so much, and the camera moves around so much.
What was the upgrade system in Darkside like? I don't remember.
You know what? I don't remember either. I think I might have focused on the pistol because it was the main weapon I was using because it has infinite ammo. I remember you can upgrade the pistol in Darkside Chronicles, you can't upgrade it in Umbrella.
Oh, okay. Wait, then how did you do it in Umbrella Chronicles? Clearly, I don't remember my stuff here.
Yeah, you can upgrade the handgun in Darkside Chronicles. At some point, I wouldn't mind sitting down and doing a full playthrough of Survivor.
So you just walk backwards through everything?
The fun thing, Survivor in the US doesn't have support for the gun controllers, like the Namco Gun Comp 45. It does everywhere else. Like, they removed the support because of the increased scrutiny on video game violence at the time because of the Columbine Massacre.
Look how GTA 3 was going to have planes. Oh.
Alright, there we go. Not gonna pass that. Oh, that's not good. Nobody over there, but there are guys up there, and a reborn there, and I don't want to deal with them both at the same time. Careful. There we go. Yeah, that's better.
What is this?
Now let's do this.
Alright, Briar Pistol, you know what's up, bro?
You're really obsessed with this Briar Pistol run, aren't you?
It's funny.
Like, you saw me do that earlier. You saw me take out a reborn with one of them.
Yeah, I was very proud.
Where are you going, Jedi?
You got this, bro.
The Force betrays you.
Grabby, squeeze them and then shoot them.
Oh, I remember this fucking section.
I'm proud of you, bro.
What'd I do?
You got a cookie.
I remember that. See, I'm there thinking like, oh, I've got to go up there, don't I? Get those platforms back down. It's like, no. I gotta do the dumber, harder to do thing. Let's see what the supply key gets me first. One neat bit of design, like if an Imperial officer has a security key or a supply key, you can't push him. You can push him and it'll knock him over, but he won't move. So you can't push guys with keys that you need off platforms. I like that, it's good design. Definitely save it here.
Should, You can only, like, really God, I can't stop saying it unironically now. You can only force grab, like, stormtroopers and stuff, like, lower tier enemies, right?
No, you can do it to everyone. It's just that some of the force-wielding enemies... Some of the force-wielding enemies can push you to get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
But it's entirely possible, like, they might not push you, and you can kill them like that. Some of them just won't think to do it. I don't think it's guaranteed that certain enemies won't think to do it. Like, you know what the AI is like. Sometimes they just won't.
Yeah. Rebby, sweet bitch.
Like, if you're quick enough, you can totally, like, force grip a reborn and throw him off, throw him off an edge.
Alright. I've never been able to, like, get any of my force powers to work in those fights.
It really depends. Like, I've thrown some of the reborn off stuff during this playthrough. Usually the best time to get them with something like force pushes while they're jumping. Same was true at Savior. Go for a walk. Yeah, I'll take those. Thank you. I was thinking about it, while I was eating and stuff. We're actually closer to the end than I thought.
Are you actually?
We have the Cairn installation, which we're almost done with. There's this level and I think one more. And then there's 3 levels on the Doom Giver, and then Yavin, which is the final area. Overall, it's probably like maybe 10 more levels or so, but like we're close to the end than I was thinking. I can't see shit. That's better.
I thought you were about to get crushed.
Yeah, that thing I said with the officers that can't be moved and stuff like that. Actually, one of the best ways to tell if an officer has a key that you need. Try pushing them.
Alright.
Because if they don't move when you push them, if they just fall down, then they've got a key.
What? You wouldn't be so excited, man. What other games came out around then, Star Wars wise? What, Road Commander? Republic, right. Solid game. Did that person just trip you? Ah. Lego games. The best kind of game. Wait, well, what's it gonna be? Or is it its own thing? God damn.
It had some stuff set between episode. Like, it had some of the end stuff from episode 6 and some stuff set after that. And before that was a Clone Wars, but like Clone Wars and then Lego Star Wars, Lego Star Wars 2, they were like the early ones. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga was the third Lego game. Like, of the style that we know as Lego games, Complete Saga was the third one.
Really? Jeez.
So like they've come a long way since then. So I'm very interested in having that whole thing as a having the original 6 episodes as a Lego game.
That's gonna be nice.
This thing as well, like some of the more recent Lego games I've really enjoyed. Lego DC Supervillains was a lot of fun.
Well, I've been slightly interested in that.
I really enjoyed it.
Last Lego game I played was the first Marvel one.
I also really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. It was like different enough than like a regular Lego game.
Lego Batman has been fun enough. The focus on Batman was always kind of yeah. I never finished Lego Batman 3. But Lego DC Supervillains, I really enjoyed, and the DC plot in it was great. Loved it.
Which one?
DC Supervillains. Like, the DC-centric plot in that, I loved.
Oh, alright.
It's like, oh, the Justice League has disappeared, and in its place is the mysterious Justice Syndicate. And it's like, if you know DC, you know exactly what that is.
Black armor, not again.
And like, it's a lot of fun. And taking the focus off, especially Batman, was good.
Is it only the villains you got to play, or is there like more characters?
There's a lot of characters.
Alright.
And of course, any character that appears is playable, of course, in free play and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a really good time with it. I finished that. It's really a shame that the LEGO games aren't online co-op, because I'd be down to playing with somebody.
Yeah, right? That's always a mark they've missed, and I don't get why.
LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga was on Xbox 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like they've not really done it since. But it's not on PC.
I'm gonna...
It's a shame for such a co-op focused series to not have online co-op these days. Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
appreciate them having local co-op, because so many other series would be like, no, online only. Like Halo 5. Halo 5, you can only play co-op online.
Yeah, that's a big complaint about 5, I've heard.
Yeah. I looked at the back of the box and it was like, players 1, online, 2 to whatever. It's like, really? You took out the local co-op? It's like one of the best. That's one of the main reasons I played as much Halo as I did. But,
So, I first played through Halo 1.
oh yeah, I played through Halo 1, Halo 2 co-op. Main reason I never played through Halo 3 properly was I didn't have an Xbox 360 until years later. Right, here we go, the introduction of the Shadow Troopers. 2 of them. I forgot they throw 2 at you here.
They are in fact shadows.
Like, the thing with the Shadow Troopers is, like, the armor they're wearing is supposed to have cortosis in it, which resists lightsabers.
Oh, okay.
The effect cortosis has on lightsabers has been inconsistent in the old expanded universe. There was a thing of a lightsaber makes contact with cortosis and it completely dissipates the lightsaber, so the lightsaber is effectively useless for a few minutes. And then, like, other places would be like, the lightsaber just can't cut through cortosis. Like, it was inconsistent.
It makes it sound very overpowered.
So we didn't really get a proper look at it, but one of those Shadow Troopers died by falling.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's great. I just love stuff like playing games where, like, the enemy just accidentally kills itself. Force push him into the pit and yell, "This is Star Wars!"
Well, the other one died by falling again. God damn it.
Great. Okay.
Alright, there we go. So one good thing about fighting Shadow Troopers versus fighting Reborn, the Shadow Troopers always drop Force Crystals, which will fully restore your Force.
Oh, that's nice.
The problem is you have to kill them to get it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You did it.
But, no, did it, killed them both.
One and a half.
No, I actually did kill them both there.
Oh, did you that time?
Yeah, that time I didn't even leave the ground. I just fucking loaded the save instead of saving it.
I was playing Reach last night with my friend. We're trying to go through the campaigns before Infinite. And I ended up getting an achievement for killing an elite before it was able to escape the area. I did it completely accidentally. Is he sending more of them at you, or did you, like, reload?
I said, like, I pressed load instead of save.
Okay. I didn't hear that. Maybe it cut out.
God damn it. Like, I had it, I'd beaten it, and I pressed load instead of save, god damn it.
I bet that happen with things. That fucking sucks when it happens.
Yeah. That's why I didn't finish Sonic 3 complete when I was streaming the Sonic Marathon last year. Because I was just at the point, like, I've been doing it for like 5 hours. Because doing all of Sonic 3 and Knuckles in one sitting is not something humans are meant to do. And, like, I get to the end, and, like, I had the Chaos Emeralds. I didn't have the Super Emeralds, so we will go out to Doomsday Zone. Pretty sure, I forget. Pretty sure I had the Chaos Emeralds, but not the Super Emeralds. So we will go out to Doomsday Zone. I think. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Against the Super Death Egg Robot. And, like, I'm tired of its bullshit, so I'm basically just loading save states to get through it. And then, like, I accidentally restart the game and save it.
God damn.
It's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. We're not playing more of this. Good night, everybody.
It's a divine sign.
Pretty much. So I didn't finish Sonic 3 and Knuckles. To be fair, I only did Sonic 2. I was doing Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic 2. Because the Sega Ages version comes with that. It's one of the options you can get. Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic 2. I was like, so yeah, let's do that. Mix it up from the Let's Play I did of Sonic 2. And the Sega Ages version has something called Ring Keep mode. So you don't lose all your rings when you get hit, you lose 10.
Alright.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And you don't lose your rings between levels, so you can go into the final level on the Death Egg with rings, instead of having to take down both Silver Sonic and the Death Egg Robot with no rings. Which I still think is a fucking bullshit design choice. But that one thing just made it so much more bearable.
Can you imagine if they implemented that in a lot of Sonic games?
Yeah, I think there's an option for it in Generations. But then Generations doesn't have anything as bullshit as like Silver Sonic into Death Egg Robot. Generally, Generations is clearer about when you can actually hit the enemy.
That armor seems to resist my lightsaber.
Generations is a very fun Sonic game.
I still think, like, over the years, I've gone kind of against Sonic Generations. Largely because, like, oh yeah, great, a celebration of Sonic at his best. But also, it's like, that is a lazy fucking game. They should have done more with that. It is such a lazy game.
I think the thing I realized with Generations, the most fun I had with it were the 3D Sonic levels where you actually were sprinting through the track.
Yeah. It's stuff I enjoy, so the levels that prioritize that, like Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant Zone, are my favourites.
The thing that sucked in a sense, though, was like, I didn't enjoy classic Sonic levels.
I enjoyed most of them. Classic Crisis City is the worst level in the game, though.
Crisis City was the worst level in that game.
Well, modern Crisis City isn't that bad.
I couldn't stand either of them.
This new cup I've got for keeping my... I've got like a new travel mug for my drinks. It's like I want to start taking brews to work, so I'm drinking less soda.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. And it's like, you know what? This is keeping my brew hot for a long time, which would be great for when I take it to work, Not so great for right now, where I've had it for like an hour and a half and it's still burning my tongue.
Masochist even with his drink.
Alright, so we saved there.
Double check you saved, save it twice.
Yeah, I'm going to save here, actually. It says save game. There we go. So this is the bullshit.
There's too many of them. I'll never get through this using firepower. Stealth may be a wiser choice here.
There's too many of them. I'll never get through them using this firepower.
So yeah, now, if an enemy gets to an alarm before I can kill them if they spot me, that's a game over.
Actually sucks.
You get a little bit of leeway if you can stop somebody from hitting the alarm switches. Which are these consoles.
It's just Far Cry. Shoot out the alarm.
Oh, coincidentally, Far Cry Instinct's Predator is currently on sale. So I just bought it.
Never played that one.
Instincts is the Xbox version of the original Far Cry. It's kind of cut down for consoles. And then was Far Cry Instincts Evolution, which is a sequel to that version. Instincts Predator combines the two and puts them both on the 360.
Oh, alright.
It was like £3 odd, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy it.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
What I really want is for a Togi to go on sale, because they finally added that to backwards compatibility. One of those forgotten FromSoft games. I had back in the day, and I absolutely loved it.
Need FromSoft make games other than Dark Souls?
Yeah, they used to make Armored Core.
Did they make Metal Chaos?
Make what?
Didn't FromSoft make Metal Wolf Chaos?
Yes. They also published the third Tenchu game. Why is there a Stormtrooper there?
Never played the Tenchu game.
Tenchu's pretty good. I was gonna do Tenchu 2 on stream, but the checkpointing on that is a case of like, because the combat is so bad, it's a stealth game, so like fair enough. But it has boss fights.
Oh.
So it's a case of like, you know, I'm willing to do the levels in one run, but I died on a boss fight and I had to restart the whole level. I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do this, I should just use save states. I'll go back to it at some point and like abuse save states, because it's only a PS1 game. Shit. Well, someone's gonna go for the alarm control. Surprised nobody has yet. Like, why hasn't anybody? Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Yeah, this kind of stealth section in this generation of like, not only do you have to not get caught, you have to do that while trying to figure out where you go.
It's the fail stealth section. They're never good.
Yeah. That guy had a lot of health. Yeah, I need to get into that room to turn off that console. Yeah, instant fail stealth was always awful. Big part of the reason why the only Splinter Cell... I didn't properly get into Splinter Cell until Chaos Theory. Because Chaos Theory just did away with that bullshit entirely.
What was the... I guess first Splinter Cell where you're not actually an agent? Conviction?
Double Agent is half. Like, Double Agent starts with you on a proper mission, and then, like, you go undercover.
Trying to remember the one that had, like, the marking system.
That's
like,
Conviction.
that was the last Splinter Cell I played. I actually enjoyed it.
They're all backwards compatible on Xbox. I have them all. So it's Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, Chaos Theory, Double Agent, both versions. Because there's the Xbox 360 version and the original Xbox version, and they are basically different games. That's what happens if you get caught. And then there's Conviction and Blacklist. And I've not played Conviction or Blacklist.
I've not played Blacklist, but I do know about that neat little Solid Snake Easter egg in it.
The main thing I know about it is that they didn't bring Michael Ironside back to voice Sam Fisher.
Oh, no.
Now they were like, we want somebody who can do the motion capture. You know, the same bullshit excuse that Kojima gave for putting Kiefer Sutherland in MGS5.
Hear his wonderful voice acting that you only get to hear on tapes.
Okay.
Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4 is great. It's a shame they never made a 5.
They did, it was called Peace Walker.
Ah, you're right. It's not numbered though, so it doesn't count.
It was gonna be.
I don't know, I don't get how Peace Walker or 5 literally embodied what Peace Walker did and then did it worse.
Bearing in mind, Peace Walker didn't do it particularly good to begin with. I'm happy completely ignoring Peace Walker's position in the timeline.
Like most people are happy to ignore portable ops.
Yeah, I pay more attention to portable ops than Peace Walker.
I play a lot of portable ops because for what it was as a PSP game is completely mind-boggling that was a PSP game.
It is a shame it's ignored a lot.
It didn't really add anything story-wise, though.
No, but the gameplay was the basis for Peace Walker. Like, that entire idea was still the basis for Peace Walker.
Yeah, but then Peace Walker kind of more so emulated 4 than they did Peace Walker. I mean, at the end of the day, I still like Peace Walker.
I like his gameplay, except for his bosses. And Peace Walker co-op is great.
Bosses can be alright, but it's the repetitive vehicle fights that ruin it.
Aren't they the only bosses?
Yeah, I suppose so, huh?
Like, from a series with as many creative boss fights as Metal Gear Solid, and then Peace Walker is just vehicles. Bullet sponge vehicles. And that was my big problem with it. Because otherwise, like, the gameplay was solid, and the co-op made it even more fun. Oh, you've got an Xbox, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, do you have the HD collection?
I do. Wait, do I still have it? I don't think I have it anymore.
No, I should get it. We'll do Peace Walker co-op.
I had Peace Walker on my PS3.
So do I. Like, do I want to do it on PS3 when it's just simpler and cleaner to do it on an Xbox?
Is it?
Setting up PS3 stream can be a pain in the ass, honestly, because of the HDCP.
Nah, fair. I would like to play through Peace Walker. I was doing it with a friend back on PS3 and we just kind of stopped, but it's really fun.
Mm.
The real challenge is trying to get all the fucking blueprints.
Yeah, not doing that.
I always try. It's just my character chase while I'm playing.
But yeah, as far as the series goes, currently I've done MGS 1 and 2 on stream, so 3 will be next. Back when I was still using the camera, I was putting off doing MGS 3 until I could get myself an eye patch. And then, like, once Big Boss gets his eye shot out, I was gonna like play the rest of the game with an eye patch. And then continue that through the series whenever we play this Big Boss.
And then when you get to 4, you have to wear it on the wrong eye.
No, I wouldn't wear it for 4 because the solid eye doesn't actually cover Snake's eye. It's an AR system, so he can still see through it.
Oh, you know, I never knew that.
Hmm. No, you don't. I'm glad I got through that, though. Yeah, I know. Maybe I'll still do it, but like I won't be on camera, so I'll have to put like a picture of it. I don't know.
Just like draw a crude picture of yourself in crayon and then put an eye patch over it.
Seriously, immediately. Alright, here we go again. Yeah, I know. I'm using the stream as an excuse to go through like a lot of the old games that I love that I haven't done in years. There's a lot of good stuff that I want to do with that.
Play through the amazingness that's Homecoming.
I did Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 last year. And I was going to do 4 this year, but like I ended up with a job and a commitment. And it's like I was only streaming on the Sundays. Fucking what? So I didn't end up doing 4 this year. And then the thought with that was like, am I going to do anything after 4? Like maybe Origins, but I don't want to touch Homecoming. And I don't actually have Downpour anymore. I mean, try to pick it up, but like the price places want for it, I'm like, nah. It's not that good a game.
Yeah, they can be pricey. No, I never played through Shattered Memories. I feel like that's one I...
You know, actually, yeah, Shattered Memories was one I'd be willing to do. Possibly on the Wii.
Games where you have to run and hide.
That's the thing, like, it's not a scary game, and it goes against a lot of what Silent Hill does, but it's not a bad game. And it has pretty interesting ideas. Oh, I am dropping frames like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you are. Holy shit. Kyle Katarn's just entered the slow-mo zone.
Try restarting the stream.
You say that'll help?
I'm hoping, but like the stream won't start again. And there we go. Stream started again. Now we're immediately burning frames again.
What, are your frames still giving you issues?
Yeah. Yeah, at some point we should see about getting Mayor in on one of these streams.
We should.
Yeah, like a mini commentary reunion.
That'd be great.
I should probably talk with her actually. Honestly, I haven't really spoken to her since before she went to the BTS concert.
I mean, it's kind of like working and stuff.
Yeah, but like beyond that, you can have the Discord conversations where you chat when you can, like you respond when you can. Honestly, I've not actually said anything since then.
My Lord. Sit down. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the bit rate is back to good. Alright, so that is definitely better now. So we can continue.
Yay!
Anyway, where was I?
We were talking about how much of a pain in the ass it is to try to get to talk to people because busy lives suck.
I meant in the game, but yeah. There we go. Go through here. Because going through the front door is a trap.
It's a trap.
Must be another power failure. Hold your position. System all the way back online. Get secure.
Yeah, there was another guy. Where did he go? Did he go for an alarm?
You cannot hide.
Yeah, he did. I fucking lost him before. God damn it. I feel like we're almost through this. I feel like the closest to this kind of bullshit Jedi Academy gets is that one level where your lightsaber is taken away. Like, you're taken prisoner and everything.
Yeah.
And you've got to escape. You know, get your lightsaber back until the end of the level. So, like, the entire level you have to be using blasters and stuff. Except that's not a bad setup. You know, like, they have interesting stuff going on in the level with it. Okay, got him.
But to be fair, at least the game is more or less based built on using blasters.
Yeah, you can do that. This game's balanced more for blasters, though. Jedi Academy is very much a case if they want you to be using the lightsaber a lot more. That's the thing, like, even since I got the lightsaber, I've still used the blasters quite a bit in this game. Jedi Academy, like, you go through almost every level, never using anything but the lightsaber. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just a difference in the way it's designed.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I'm almost done here. Yeah, because that's the Bridge of the Doom Giver, which is the start of the next level, so we have to get in there. I'll just go around the other side. There we go.
That's Luke and Hassan.
Your efforts are in vain.
I love how they don't choreograph any of the lightsaber fighting between NPCs that goes on. It's still the same wild flailing you see. Like,
At least
actually
it's fair.
What the?
There's something just about these cutscenes that make them feel like they were made in Gmod. It's like the overexpressive body animations with the way the camera like pans in and out.
Yeah, I can kind of feel that. No, that's the Sanseek, the main villain in this game. Who, when Kyle Katarn first meets him, says he looks like an overgrown Quakian monkey lizard. Which sounds like, yeah, no, it's just a random Star Wars thing. One of the Dark Jedi in the previous game, Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, was actually a Quakian monkey lizard.
Kyle, are you there?
Yeah, I thought you said not to fight Hassan alone.
I didn't have a choice. I never even felt him coming. He's escaped onto a ship.
I know. I'm on it.
We need to destroy the ship before Hassan and his army reaches its target, whatever it is. Try to find the ship's communication center and use its sensor array to contact...
Alright, Kyle, I have to go circuit ring for work.
Alright.
Luke!
Thanks for joining us, Kira.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad to be around to talk to my buddy.
It's all
Everyone, You too, Chrono. Good luck with the game. You got this.
Thank you. Take care.
Good night.
Bye. I really don't like these Christmas noises Discord has. Alright, so Doomgiver. What do we got? Force Speed rank 3, we already had that. Force Push and Pull rank 3. Mind Trick rank 3. Rip is still 2. Lightning is now 2, though. Offense and Defense rank 3. Nice. Yeah, let's go. Take care, buddy. Lightsaber throw still on rank 2 though. I think heal's still on rank 2. When that hits rank 3, that'll be great. Nice. Oh. There we go. Ooh. That was a little bit... One there as well. Alright, let's go. Thank you. Ah, yeah. Maybe I've got more comfortable with it. Maybe, like, the actual combat has gotten better as we've gone forward. Like, it feels like I'm doing a lot better at killing people with lightsaber than I was when we first got it. Really, a security key unlocks this that leads to nowhere? It's weird. Thank you. Alright. Need an astromech for that. None of these are control panels. Hmm. You see about going back upstairs and check that out. That room that required a security key has to have something there. Otherwise, why would it have a security key? There you go, jump level 3. Wonderful. Gotta be missing something. A supply key. What am I missing? It requires a security key when there's nothing there. I remember being stuck on this before and it always bothered me. Something I'm missing. There it is. Ah, shit. Interrogation droids. They get close enough to me, they inject me with stuff that makes the screen all wobbly. Like that. Great. I hate that. What do we got? Another Seeker drone, which I'm probably never going to use those. Hello. Really just the one guy?
Okay, let's see how good I am as an R5.
Meow. Back again. Alright. Okay, not what I was after. This'll be what I need. Gotta be weird taking like actual control of a droid in Star Wars since droids are almost technically sentient beings. Not in there. Looking for a small panel on the wall. Oh, there we go. Let's do the other one as well, just to be sure. Never know which one will be entirely. You want to move, buddy? Nope. Alright. Mine then. Hello. What goodies do we have in here? Very quiet on this ship. There's not been as many people as I would have expected. They should really learn to stop putting those deep pits without railings just on their ships. And there's no need for that to be there without just a floor covering it. Or without at least a railing. What about this one? That was weird. That's my R5 droid. So, what do I get out of here? Anything useful? Hey, Carpet. Welcome back, buddy. No, I didn't want this R5. Right. See what's in this door. That's right. This time with a laser sword. 2 weeks from retirement. Yeah, I think that's just another sentry gun. Yeah, we're on the Doom Giver now. It's like, you know, it's good stuff. So we made a bunch of progress yesterday and earlier today. And now with a bit of luck, we'll finish this tonight. So I've already been going for like almost 2.5 hours. Work tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll end up having to finish this on Thursday. But we'll see how we go. There's not a whole lot left. Doom Communication, the other 2 Doom Giver levels, and then Yavin. Yeah, it's probably going to be like Thursday I'll finish this. But, you know, getting through it. How you doing, Carpet? What a coincidence, I also have 2. God damn it. What was that? Hello. Feeling good? Yep, think that's everybody.
Looks like they use a tram system to get around. This must be one big ship.
Hmm. That's probably right. A lot of astromechs here. Is this a fully crewed ship, or is it a skeleton crew supported by droids? What about you? It's a shame people just keep slipping in there. Alright, what do we got? Uh-oh. There we go, jeez. Yay, security key. There's a lot of stormtroopers. God. Whew. Lightsaber defense definitely got better. I can really feel it. Early level, that would have been me dead undeniably. Would have had to go at that very carefully. Yeah, that's what I'm after. No, I'm not into coffee, it's too bitter. I'm not... I prefer cold drinks, but I'm really just trying to get out of the habit of drinking fizzy drinks. Again. Oh, close. They need to stop leaving these things all over the place. Really frustrating to actually hit.
It's offline.
Alright.
It's offline.
Right, I'll need to sort that out then. 3 stations, they're offline. I found the power source then. That's probably it.
The whole thing's set up like some kind of code.
Ah, boy. All things sound like some kind of code around bottomless pits. Alright. Down, sandwich, triangle. Red down, green sandwich, blue triangle. This is going to be messy. Yep, that ceiling was too close. Not even anything in here. Still not what I'm after. Ah, shit. It looks like I caught the edge of the door frame and it just threw me horizontally for some reason. I don't know how any of this works, so I'm just going to keep hitting switches. Okay, messed that up. Have to climb back up. I guess nothing wrong with starting at the bottom though. Starting at the bottom might actually be a safer idea. Not comfortable with that. Alright, that works out. Should be the last 2 for blue. Yeah, that's all of blue. You know. And nothing in the middle. Alright.
It's a rebel!
So those two now. This is going to be fun. Alright. Try and figure out what I missed up top. Yeah, this is where I started. Ah, fuck, I've been doing this wrong, haven't I? Don't hit them all, hit the ones you need. Shit. Alright, so red arrow is on the other corner. Red arrow, green sandwich, blue triangle. Sandwich. If I remember rightly, it was one of these. Sandwich was the last one I pressed, unfortunately. Blue triangle, I don't remember where that was. Probably gonna do that. It'll probably be the hardest one to get into. Yep, there it is. Just have to get out. There it is. That should do it.
That should do it. Come on, rogues.
Alright.
Rogue leader, this is Kyle Katarn.
Katarn, good to hear your voice. We've locked onto your signal and are in pursuit. That is one whalodon of a ship you hooked, Kyle.
Can you bring her down?
Maybe, but I'd feel a lot better about our chances if somebody on the inside were working to disable the ship's shield array.
I'll see what I can do about those shields, but I've got some unfinished business here.
Understood. Once you get the shields down, make sure you get out of there in a hurry, because there's not going to be much left of this ship once we're done with her.
Don't waste any time on my account.
Good luck, Kyle. Rogue leader out.
Yeah, that really doesn't sound like Wedge.
Got it. And on the way to the shields, too.
All crew members prepare to drop out of hyperspace.
Oh? It must be at the target. Ba-da-da-bow. Really is a shame like there aren't more games set during the New Republic era of the old EU. It's one thing that did really interest me about Rogue Squadron 1. Like, they've got a set of missions in Rogue Squadron 1 set during Dark Empire, I think. Okay, not that door. This door? There we go. I feel like Rogue Squadron as a movie is like years too late. Because Rogue Squadron should be led by Wedge Antilles. And Dennis Lawson is too old and probably really not interested. If they were going to do a Wraith Squadron kind of thing with like old Wedge, sure. But like, one of the main problems with Disney's new sequel era, that nothing seems to matter. What do we got? Mind Trick 3, Grip 2, Force Lightning 2. So it looks like Mind Trick 3 is the new one. Which, you know what, let's get some use out of that. Oh, thank you. Of course, the issue with Mind Trick is the question of like how long it lasts. Did I get heal 3? Yes, heal 3. Whew. I ain't got that.
Someone could do some damage if a gun like this got into the wrong
Really feel like that's not actually going to accomplish anything. Yeah. Alright. That Wedge cameo in episode 9 still pisses me off. Hey, we somehow gave Dennis Lawson enough money to convince him to come back to something he never wanted to touch again. To play Wedge Antilles, the best fighter pilot in, you know, the Rebel Alliance. Let's put him on the Millennium Falcon's main gun, shall we? The best pilot in the Rebel Alliance. So fucking dumb. At the pay Dennis loss of wealth like those 2 seconds. You say that, but like, he was on screen once for like 2 seconds. Like, he couldn't have gotten less screen time. Oh yeah, what about that? Let's do it to this one where there's still people here. Eh. You realize that makes absolutely no sense, right? Like, Luke and Han were on the guns specifically because you couldn't put Chewie on there because all he'll do is roar. You put Han on there because... Oh, shit. Didn't you, Teak? I remember watching it and thinking, this has Teak stench all over it. Yeah, no, it's the case of, like bringing Billy D. Williams into Episode 9, it was a wasted cameo for the sake of a cameo. Like, what's that? The Star Wars fans hated Episode 8, let's desperately try and appease them. But, you know, without actually putting any effort into it. As much as I dislike a lot of what Episode 8 did, and as bad of an idea as a lot of it was, and you know, the fact that it's not a good movie, like, Episode 9 turning around and disregarding so much of that was fucking weak. It was weak and cowardly. Oh, I'm not going to disagree with that. But it feels like they were trying to appease people rather than make a good movie.
Someone could do some damage.
Fan service was probably one of the problems with the sequel trilogy. There's the one line that, like, every criticism of Episode 9... I've been seeing a lot of criticism for it, like, recently, which is really weird, because I didn't see a huge amount of it back when it came out. But, like, there's the one line Poe has in the movie that I've been seeing a lot whenever anybody criticizes Episode 9. Somehow Palpatine has returned. Alright, you take care, Icy. Thanks for popping in, man. Let me give you a shout out. Ice is cool people. Currently playing through Final Fantasy 1, the Pixel Remaster, and he named the fighter after me, which was really nice of him.
Don't let him get away. Give up.
Like, it's the really dumb thing. Well, this thing, like, Episode 9 never bothers to explain why or how. It's like, oh, hey, remember that bad guy that died 3 movies ago? He's back. Somehow.
Take him down. Don't let him escape.
You know what? I'm gonna say, like, that's not even just because of how rushed it was. Like, you've got the thing of Palpatine coming back, and the opening text says Palpatine has returned and sent a message out to the galaxy proclaiming his return. It's like, cool, can we hear it? Yeah, if you were playing Fortnite at the right time. Like, what? Like, I'll talk shit about Fortnite for various reasons. But, like, I'm not gonna shit on Fortnite for that. I'm gonna shit on Lucasfilm for that. It was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Ah, boy. I remember there was the whole thing of after the last movie had come out, and J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy had been saying for a while, no, it was always planned that Rey would be Palpatine's granddaughter. And then after the last movie came out, Daisy Ridley was in an interview with a talk show or something. I don't even remember what talk show it was. And they asked her about that, and she was like, there were various ideas floating around since the first one, like, would she be Obi-Wan's daughter, or would she be Luke's daughter, or whatever. And, like, it wasn't until they were doing Rise of Skywalker where they just sat down and said, yeah, Palpatine's granddaughter. It's fine. Like, I don't like that, because that's dumb. But I like it even less because one of the things Last Jedi did that I actually did like was saying that Rey's parents were nobody. Shit. Like, whatever problems Last Jedi had, whatever good ideas it had, were undone by Rise of Skywalker. And I thought that was... And there was also a thing of the final confrontation with Palpatine where he says to Rey, like, you kill me, I'll win. Because I'll be able to take control of your body. It's like, she's like, no. And then she kills him and he doesn't win. And it's like, what? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna disagree with that. When it comes down to it, The Last Jedi is the major problem. And the reason why Rise of Skywalker was such a rushed mess was because they were trying to essentially pull two movies into one. Because The Last Jedi accomplishes nothing to progress the story. Like, the only thing it really does is kill Luke Skywalker and kill Snoke. That's it. And it's embarrassing how little is actually accomplished in that movie from a storytelling perspective, given that it is the longest Star Wars movie. The longest Star Wars movie has the least going on, the least to actually say. The entire casino subplot should have been cut. And then The Last Jedi's like, yeah, don't worry, Captain Phasma's alive. And they're like, cool, maybe we'll get to see Gwendolyn Christie do something cool. And it's like, no, she's alive, so we can waste her again. Okay. I feel bad for Richard E. Grant, because, like, he shows up for the last Star Wars movie, and, like, he's playing evil Richard E. Grant, which is, like, my favourite Richard E. Grant. And he's just another one of the characters that's wasted. It's been almost 3 hours and my tea is now hot enough to drink without burning my tongue. A little, I guess. It's still pretty hot. This travel mug does good though. Like, keeps it hot for that long. Great. Awesome. It's probably only cooling down now because I've left the lid open. Yeah, like I say, it's probably only cooling down now because I've left the lid open. But no, ultimately Star Wars just doesn't really matter anymore. And like, they can pull in the actually decent creators to do stuff like The Mandalorian and more Clone Wars and The Bad Batch and whatever. But ultimately, like, it's too late. They already ruined it. And I'm not going to care about it in the same way again. Okay, somebody was going fucking crazy with a missile launcher there.
One less.
When did I last save? $20 ago, apparently. Yep, start the fucking level.
I hear the new Shadow Troopers have performed better than expected. That doesn't bode well for us.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll probably be replaced in no time.
Arrest him.
Yeah, 2001, isn't it? I need to get back to that with Ninja. 'Cause I never meant to leave that playthrough.
I wonder what that was.
Ain't nothing then.
Who's there? Get behind it. No.
Eh. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, do that. Yeah, the Star Wars stuff's just like it doesn't matter anymore. I always love doing that. I think it's kind of the same with the Star Wars games as well. Like we're past the point of them being like this because of the change in the industry. Where the industry exists. They're just not gonna do this kind of thing again. This kind of idea. Not even specifically this idea, just the stuff from this generation. Like Disney gave EA exclusive publishing rights for Star Wars games. And then for like the space of what, like 8 years, they just kind of wasted it and did barely anything with it. Like, if I was heading Disney, it'd be like, oh no. If I was heading EA, it'd be like, oh, we've got the Star Wars exclusive publishing rights to Star Wars, and also it's hot right now because Disney's making new movies for the first time in like 15 years. That'd have been like, let's do more than one Star Wars game. Have more than one of our companies doing a Star Wars game. Why? Because it'll sell, because it's Star Wars. Oh no, EA gonna EA. No, they didn't just announce that. That was announced a while ago. The free-to-play multiplayer brawler thing, arena brawler, that was announced a while ago. I feel like it was first shown off during a Nintendo Direct a while back. Really? Yeah, the free-to-play multiplayer arena thing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was announced a while back in a Nintendo Direct. Hey, don't mind me. I guess we're doing this again. And this is the thing with, like, Aspyr keeps porting old Star Wars games to the current gen with stuff like the Switch, and all of those ports are kind of shit. Basic PC ports with no actual care given for how well they'll play on console. Like when this was first announced to be coming for Switch, and I was so excited. And then I got it, and like the damn thing is almost impossible to play. Because they've just mapped a mouse to a analog stick. As it is right now, unless you're going to do PC and you're really going to dig into making old games playable on a modern system, the best system for Star Wars games is Xbox One. Well, that's the thing, it shouldn't just be a basic PC port. Because Jedi Outcast had been done on console before and it had been done well. Like this. And beyond that, it's kind of a bad attitude to take to. I bought this on Switch because like they put it out on Switch and I wanted to play it again. Because I love this game. And it was just a lazy ass port. Like for a few brief moments, I was full of hope of playing one of my favourite Star Wars games, just one of my favourite games in general, on a current gen system without having to mess around with anything, and just getting to enjoy it. And it came out and it was a lazy fucking mess. I don't feel like that's me in the wrong for that, for wanting that. The wrong one I wanted. This is why I was so glad that they put this on backwards compatibility, because it's a console version done right. Vicarious Vision's actually capable of making console versions of PC games. Shame they've been sold to Blizzard. I say sold, I don't mean that like actually sold, because it's still an Activision thing. Like, they've just been thrown away to the Blizzard fire. And they're not Vicarious Visions anymore, they're whatever Blizzard wants to call them. There we go. Okay. We definitely save after that. And so Aspire has ported So Aspire's ported Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, Republic Commando, Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer, and now Knights of the Old Republic to Switch and PS4. And I suppose it becomes a question of, like, they'll probably do KOTOR 2 next, but then what? Like, how long is it going to be before they do Shadows of the Empire? And just use the PC version of that? But it's weird looking cutscenes. Teak, when are you doing Shadows of the Empire on PC? You should probably pick it up. It's on GOG. I feel like that was like the best thing that came out of Disney buying Lucasfilm. All of a sudden the old Star Wars games became available to buy on GOG. God damn it. I mean, if you wanted to, for authenticity, you could always do the N64 version. Save it here so we don't have to take out all those guys again. God damn it. I feel like what we're going to do is we'll finish this level, and then we'll call it for the night. We've been going for over 3 hours anyway. That leaves us with, I'll probably back on Thursday, the last Doom Giver level, and then the final area of the game, Yavin. We can wrap that up on Thursday. And then when I'm off again on Friday, maybe we'll start Warrior Within. I will see about something else. That kind of thing is what I mean when I say like the lightsaber combat feels luck-based at times. I don't even know what happened there. Oh. God damn. Anyway. Do this, then we'll save. It's nice playing non-RPGs for a while. For a change. Now, when my streaming schedule went down to one stream a week and like all I was streaming were RPGs.
It's locked. I don't suppose he'll open the doors for me if I just ask nicely.
Nothing entirely wrong with that, but like a change can be nice. Variety is the spice of life, apparently. Yeah.
Well, you certainly took your
Hey,
sweet
Jen.
time. Hey, it's okay. I'm happy to see you too.
I thought you were dead.
Dead? No. In pain? Yes. Dasan and his thugs must have burned out half a dozen interrogation droids trying to get me to crack.
They wanted to know about the Valley of the Jedi, right?
For the first few hours, then they dropped the subject and started asking me about the layout of the Jedi Academy.
The Jedi Academy?
Yeah, Dasan seemed obsessed with it.
Oh no.
What?
I think Dasan's invading the Jedi Academy. We've got to destroy the Doomgiver's shields before he can deploy his troops.
I think I know where it is. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, we found Jen.
You can't escape.
Get him! Dual switches. We're going to have to work together to get out of here.
Convenient. Yeah. Keeping it fresh, like,
Hold the switch down, Kyle.
more for me than anything else, I guess. Okay. You want to share why you're transcribing Santa letters at all?
I'm pretty sure the shield generators are through there.
I know. You get an escape pod ready and wait for me. This shouldn't take long.
Don't do something stupid like die on me.
And put you through the same misery I've been through? Not on your
Alright.
life.
Weird thing, but... yeah. I don't run a paper, so what do I know? The one call, I can go for like a little longer. Alright, force powers, grip 3, lightning 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. So the last ones to be upgraded, lightning and lightsaber throw. Yeah, like I say, I don't run a paper, I don't really know the demographic. If it works, it works. Yeah. Grip level 3 is great. Ultimately, it's not super useful. Because again, like, it's just a less useful version of push for the most part. Like, it's great to be sadistic. Which, you know, is the kind of thing I did when I was younger. Okay. Alright, I hope that's the only one there, but I doubt it. Yep. Well, I'm glad I decided to use this gun against them. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? We'll leave that. Because this level, the final level of the Doomgiver, has the boss as well. The boss fight with fire. I don't remember exactly how to do that. So that's something to be left off until later. Oh, this is pretty neat. Colleen O'Shaughnessy has confirmed that she's going to play Tails in Sonic 2. Colleen O'Shaughnessy is currently Tails' regular voice actor. Kind of interesting. I'm surprised they didn't get a bigger name actor for that, like they did for Sonic and Knuckles. What do we got? Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection coming to PC. Nick Offerman is going to be in The Last of Us TV show, which I don't really care about. What else do we got? Tales. Ooh, Chance probably won't be happy about this. Tales of Story is going to end its service on February 7th. Nickelodeon Smash is going to add DLC character Garfield for free. Serious Sam 4 is apparently out right now, which is weird. Raven Software team has staged a walkout to back the layoffs in the QA team. Yeah, that'd be a fun thing too. But yeah, Raven Software team has done a walkout and is apparently continuing the walkout in support of the people who are laid off. Galgun Double Piece is coming to Switch on March 17th. Anything else? UK voice acting studio reaches an agreement with Equity to safeguard voice actors working in games, which that sounds to me like the kind of thing that is going to make video games stop using voice actors from like whatever's involved there. It's like when there was the whole voice actors union strike, and the big response that seems to have been for video game publishers and developers to stop using union voice actors. Oh yeah, no, I took a look at a bunch of the bullshit about the Raven quality assurance team layoffs. Laid off a third of the team after months of promising they were working for better pay and regular contracts and stuff after they'd asked them to move to, I think, Wisconsin. And they've just gone and laid off a third of the team after Activision Blizzard posted a $2 billion profit for last quarter. It's the kind of thing that makes you wonder why union's such a dirty word in the US. When it, like, so much in the industry, especially in the last few years, especially specifically with Activision, feels like, yeah, they really need a union of some kind. Activision keeps posting regular profits and then laying off the staff. Record-breaking profits, lay off the staff. But no, good on the Ravens team for sticking by their colleagues. Yeah. I think one of the craziest things I ever heard in response to was that there was a Walmart where enough people got together to form a union that it should have really forced corporate to take them seriously, and instead they just shut the entire Walmart. And that's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in that regard. And it's crazy that kind of shit is legal. I don't know. Rune Factory 4 is currently on sale on Switch for its lowest price ever. That's nice. I've been thinking about buying that for a while, but I'm probably never going to actually play it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream today. I always really appreciate the support. Well, I'm at the point now, Teak, where I spent, like, I got a job. Like, I got my first job, and all I wanted was games, because that was all I'd ever wanted. And now here I am, like 11 years later, and I bought so many games, and I have so many games. And it's only within the last couple of years where I hit the point with, like, I have the games that I want, like, pretty much all the games I want. And it made me realise just how pointless all of it was and how it never really made me feel any better. It probably just made me play games less because I couldn't decide what to play, and then I'd just be paralysed by indecision and just not play anything. So I stopped buying games. Stopped buying games in a while. Every now and then I'll pick up something new if it's cheap, if it's something that interests me. I got the Quake remaster on Switch because it was like £6 odd on sale. I've wanted to play Quake for a while. And kind of it. Metal Slug 4 went on sale on Switch this week, so I grabbed that. Yeah. Streaming's been a great focus for me for it. It was one of the main reasons why I started streaming. I've gone through a lot of stuff. Not so much in the backlog, but like stuff that I wanted to replay. Like I went through like all my Zelda games again. Did Wind Waker again, I did Twilight Princess again. That was the second time I'd ever actually played it to completion. It was great, I enjoyed it. Playing this again, because I bought this a few weeks ago, and I hadn't been playing it. So for me, a lot of it isn't even the backlog for streaming. It's redoing the old stuff that I wanted to. I'm glad you're enjoying the Castlevania series. But yeah, I feel that pretty much exactly what you're saying. Streaming is a great focus for this kind of thing. Let's take a look here. Stuff on my backlog that I've been meaning to play that I haven't. Ace Combat 6, Alan Wake, Alice, and Madness Returns. The original Assassin's Creed. Bioshock there. I'm specifically talking stuff that I've not actually played or finished before. Link's the Time Sweeper. Breakdown. Bug Fables. I'd be down for actually doing Brutal Legend at some point. Catherine, I never actually finished that. Yeah, I remember Serial was playing it a little while back. It's weird that they put Blinks 1 on here, but not Blinks 2. Because I played the demo for Blinks 2 and I remember it being okay. I never played the first one. Condemned, never actually finished that. I've heard Crosscode is great. I forgot I bought that, I thought it was on Game Pass. Cyber Shadow I've heard is really good. I'd like to get through. Dandara I think I heard good things about. I never played Dante's Inferno. I played the demo of it. I never actually played the main game. Klim was pretty big on that. Never done Darkness or the Darkness 2 all the way through. The Blob. I never finished Dead Space 2. Never finished Deadly Premonition. That's actually a point. Did I buy this or did it come off Game Pass? I'll have to look into that. I could do Morrowind for a bit on stream. It'd give me the focus to actually sit past the opening. I forgot I had Far Cry Classic on this. I never finished 13.2. I played like an hour of it, and our friend was like, hey, you want to play RE5? I was like, yeah, okay. And then I never went back to 13.2. I'd be down to do for the 13.2 for stream. I never did Gears. I only ever did Gears 1 before. Like 2, 3, Judgment, never did those. I never finished GTA 4. I've still not played 5. The Halo series, another one. I had Halo 1 and 2 on the original Xbox. I didn't get a 360 until like 2012. And like, I didn't play Halo 3 all that much, and I didn't touch Reach or ODST. They'd be ones that I'd be after going through. Infinite Undiscovery I've still not played. Cameo, which I'm kind of curious about. Lost Odyssey again. Lightning Returns. You never hear people really talk about Cameo. Like, when Rare was bought by Microsoft, and then they did Conquer Live and Reloaded, they did Grab by the Ghoulies, which I didn't hear a lot about at the time, but since then, I've heard in recent years that it wasn't that good, and even Rare didn't like it. And then I've never really heard much about Cameo. Well, that's something I'd like to get around to. New Super Lucky's Tale would be something I could maybe play. Finally getting through all of Ninja Gaiden Black on stream, as painful as it was, like, I did it. I'm glad I did. Half-Life. I've never played all the way through any of the Half-Lives. I've never played the original Half-Life. I've got it on PS2, like, I'd be down to do that. Panzer Dragoon Auto, I've not played. Perfect Dark, I was saying to Kira earlier, like, I played the first few levels of it when I got Rare Replay, and that's it. I never finished Prey. I never finished this Prince of Persia or this Prince of Persia. I've never played Psychonauts. Rayman 3 I never finished. I'm curious about Rise Son of Rome, because like that was supposed to be like one of the bland bland Xbox One launch titles. So that's one of the games I have a morbid curiosity about. I've heard Scarlet Nexus is really good. Shadows of the Damned I never finished. Never played Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Cursed Mummy, not Curse of Mummy, Cursed Mummy. I played Dish Strider for like 20 minutes. I've never played Tacoma, I'd be kind of interested in seeing what that is. Titanfall 2, I've heard its campaign is fantastic and I've never played it. Time Shift, I played for like 5 minutes once. Too Human, I've heard is awful and I have a morbid curiosity about it. That'd be good for the stream at some point. I heard Toy Story 3 was great and I've never played it. Tron Evolution, I heard that was... I didn't hear it was good, but I saw gameplay of it once and it looked kind of interesting, so I bought it. Vanquish, I never finished. Yeah, I had Tropico 4 here. I remember getting that. I had Tropico 5 on PS4. The Witcher 2 I've not finished. The Yakuza games, which I was doing on stream. I did the first one. Ukulele, which I was mildly curious about. That's just on Xbox. Yeah, usually, I'll try and play a series in order like that, but with a series like Tropico, I'll just go for the latest one and play that. Like with Civ. I've got Civ 5 on PC and I've got Civ 6 on Switch. Eventually I'll play those through the tutorial or something. Like, even just on Xbox, there's so many games here on my backlog that I could just go into. Breakdown. I played Breakdown once years ago. My cousin had it on original Xbox and it fascinated me. I didn't enjoy it, but it fascinated the hell out of me. And then they put it on Xbox One backwards compatibility and I was like, oh, I need to play this. And I haven't touched it since I bought it. I didn't buy it, actually. It was on Games for Gold. Well, yeah, that's the kind of thing that you talk about, like getting through your backlog on stream. But at the minute, like, I'm really just getting comfortable with some of the games that I wanted to replay, I guess. Like, I wanted to get to Warrior Within, so I redid Sands of Time, so it could be done for the stream. I wanted to replay Jedi Outcast. That kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. What's leaving soon? I should probably play this then, shouldn't I? Dark Pictures, Man of Medan. Yeah. 。 Anyway, I guess I'm just rambling at this point. But yeah, the kind of thing that I do stream for, and it's exactly right, so you try and get through the backlog, the stuff that I've got that I've not played, and replay the stuff that I've wanted to replay for a while. I'm going through Persona 3 at the minute because I've wanted to replay that for a while. I've said that on stream multiple times. Yeah, while we got that going on a Sunday, and while I'm streaming during the week, really just to occupy myself. There's a bunch of stuff we can go through. I'm not going to bring back the point redemptions for games yet. I want to just be comfortable with what I'm doing, honestly. Maybe do the rest of the Arkham series. Oh yeah, have some fun. Call of Cthulhu I enjoyed. Might do that again on stream. This has achievements on it, doesn't it? They haven't done this on Xbox 360. I'm thinking about it, like, I could do this for the achievements, like, you know what, I don't actually care. Won't mind replaying Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Hopefully we're back on Thursday because I'm off Friday, so I can stay up late to play some more of Jedi Outcast. Hopefully finish it then. There's only like 4 or 5 more levels. And then hopefully back on Friday again. This Sunday coming up will be Strange Journey with Chansum. We continue that. We're alternating between Persona 3 and Strange Journey. But yeah, big special thanks to everybody in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Thanks so much for keeping me company. Teak, Carpet, Icy, and Kira. And of course, Kira for joining me on mic again. Thanks so much for keeping me company, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Catch you next time, guys. Y'all take care.